the Saints-Panthers game was just an absolute delight. And a couple of things that leap out to me, certainly with the Saints in last place in our poll question of which is the team to beat in the NFL. They come off a bye, and they had a 6-game win streak, and they just shoot themselves in the foot and lose to a 1-win team at home in Atlanta. And all I could say is don't let that throw you off the Saints' scent. And the same thing with what Carolina did at home in the Saints' home this weekend. Don't let that throw you off the Saints' scent. These are in-division games, and you truly cannot predict those games. You cannot. They know each other. They dislike each other. Ownership dislikes each other. Nobody wants to lose those games. And crazy things happen. And something crazy might happen on Thanksgiving night, too, in Atlanta. Atlanta just lost to the Bucs, who just had their best defensive game of the year. I mean, they just laid it on the Falcons. And Godwin went crazy, and Jameis threw it all over the place. He threw a gajillion more interceptions, it felt like. But these things happen. Carolina also, I've seen LaDainian Tomlinson score 1 million touchdowns one year and Adrian Peterson run for 2,000 yards. And you can't give the MVP to somebody who's on a 5-6 team. You just can't. But I have not seen somebody succeed and perform as well when the entire stadium and nation watching knows he's going to get the ball. I have not seen anybody succeed quite like Christian McCaffrey. It is unbelievable. The number of times that he gets it, and we know he's going to get it, and we know he's going to touch it, and we know he's going to sneak out of the backfield, and we know he's going to get it, and it works. He is amazing. And Kyle Allen is savvy, and he's smart, and he knows what to do with the football. Again, Atlanta came in and made him look ridiculous. Division games, you got to put an asterisk next to him or something. And I know, word might be Kyle Allen's not the future or he's not the splashy name. Guy can win games. He almost won in the snow in Green Bay, and he almost won in New Orleans yesterday. His kicker missed a couple kicks. Can't be blamed. So don't sleep on the Saints just because the last couple of weeks haven't gone well, and the same might be for Thursday night on Thanksgiving night. Because they've got a defense that can get after you. They got a defense that can cover. They got a quarterback who's a GOAT, who's savvy enough to figure out what's going on pre-snap and post-snap. You also got Alvin Kamara back there, who's hardly played really much of a lick for 6 weeks. Latavius Murray can spell him. Then you've got Michael Thomas, who is amazing. I mean, the fact that I just said what I said about Christian McCaffrey, and he might not even be the offensive player of the year, and Dalvin Cook's about to come off of a bye week, and we've seen what he's been able to do, and Michael Thomas is making it all look silly? I mean, my gosh. And if Jared Cook can start doing what he did this past week, look out. With a coach who has zero you-know-what's left to give.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't sleep on the Saints. And the Saints even overcame this yesterday. A pass interference call installed via replay when it was asked by the opposing coach, not called on the field. And it was installed with less than 3 minutes to go. And I thought, well, that's that, because now they'll use enough plays to get New Orleans to have no timeouts left and even get it down to about a minute and change to go before kicking the field goal, leaving it up to Drew Brees to have to go down the field with no timeouts left. And instead, Carolina threw the ball, didn't use the clock well at all. All it did was cost New Orleans 40 seconds and one timeout. Sure enough, they missed the kick. New Orleans makes the kick and wins it. New Orleans overcame an absolute lightning strike, which is instant replay installing a flag for pass interference. And it happened in New Orleans when there was no pass interference call on the play. And it was the rule that came about because of what happened in New Orleans in last year's playoff game that New Orleans spent the entire offseason pounding the table for. And it happened. And they overcame even that. Thus, the moral of the story, don't sleep on the Saints.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.